8:23 the time now. We're going to have a look at the papers this morning. The writer and broadcaster Vicky Beeching is here. You'll be looking at the inside pages for us. We'll have a quick look at some of the front pages first. Front page of the Daily Mail. They're looking at recycling this morning. Millions of tonnes of household rubbish, they say, is being dumped overseas, countries including China, India and Indonesia.
Independent, well, a result of the bad weather that we've been having, of course, over the winter. They say that Britain is running out of wheat as the cold weather crisis hits farmers.
And the front page of the Telegraph, leading with a story about tax. This is about the PAYE system changes coming in today, and amongst, of course, those tax changes we were talking about just a moment ago. The image there, of course, looking ahead to the Grand National today.
Well, let's find out what Vicky has been looking at. What's caught your eye this morning? You've been looking at the Express, and a story here about a young lad, a boy, who's built an amazing gene machine, it says, to solve the ginger mystery.
Exactly. So I love this because I am such a geek, and this story gives power and credit to geeks throughout the world. 17-year-old Fred always wondered why his little brother Gus had ginger hair and he didn't. And so he spent £400 and hid away in his bedroom and built a gene decoding machine, as you know, any of us would. And he actually satisfactorily solved the mystery that it was a mutated gene that caused the ginger hair, and he's been awarded Young Engineer of the Year award.
So
wow.
How does it work between him and his brother then? But somehow they came out with sort of different genes.
They did.
Clearly.
Well, the problem was people were teasing the younger brother Gus, saying, well, surely you have a different father because you know you have this crazy ginger hair, and if you see the picture, it's like a ginger afro. It's amazing.
Scale, yes.
And Fred wanted to prove that they were indeed from the same father, and that actually there's this mutated gene that causes ginger hair. So, you know, he set about building this thing, and just an incredible tribute to what's possible if you, you know, hide away in your bedroom and become a geek.
Yeah. From The Sun, a story from The Sun.
Yes, so Doctor Who, if you've been watching that, he has a beautiful new assistant called Clara, and this story is a quick look at her life and her journey. It's often easy to look at people when they hit the screen and think that they've had a really easy time of it, but the new assistant Clara apparently has been through quite a difficult journey, bullying and really struggling with weight, and then her parents went through a bankruptcy. So it's just good to know, isn't it, that people have really worked hard to get where they are.
Absolutely. A story from the Telegraph this, about the weather.
Unfortunate, yes. It's not what we want to hear. I mean, obviously, I was looking out the window a minute ago, you see the first few rays of sunshine and you think, spring is here, but apparently the truth is we're still going to be waiting another 2 whole weeks, and even after that we're going to be looking at a lot of April showers. So even though we want good news, apparently that good news is not coming, and it's better that we just know that so that we can prepare ourselves.
Is it having the effect? A lot of people are saying it's sort of having a kind of drip effect on them. It's sort of getting people down.
I think it
but
is.
It's just, you know, just the relentlessness of it.
It is the relentlessness. I've been well all winter, and now I've got just the first stages of a little cold.
Do you think it's up here? Do you think part of it is sort of psychosomatic?
Maybe it is. Maybe we get kind of beaten down by it. But I'm just so ready. I've lived in California actually for the last 8 years. It's quite a shock to come back to the UK, and I just keep thinking of my friends at the beach at the moment and thinking, no, Britain's better. We've got better tea, we've got better chocolate. It doesn't matter that we don't have sunshine.
Speaking of which, Cold Trafford, clues in the title, I guess.
Yes. So Manchester United have actually been complaining about the auditory facilities that they have, that when they sing at the top of their lungs, apparently they're not actually being heard. So they have hired an acoustic engineer to look at their stadium because they believe that it's not really you know, functional enough to kind of let the sound waves bounce off it, and they want to be the loudest singing heard across the stadium. So
the cold reference is to the atmosphere,
yes,
as in
so they're saying that they want a warm atmosphere that feels like they're, you know, right behind the team, they're singing loudly, and apparently people at the other end are saying, oh, we couldn't hear the singing at all, so they're actually going to get some acoustic engineering to check it out to see if there's any way they can actually make it more resonant so that their voices will be heard.
Well, they do say that stadiums vary, don't they?
Well, the Millennium Stadium, I think that's got pretty good acoustics in Cardiff because you can always hear the voice. Of course, the Welsh are very good singers, I have to say.
It's a bit of an advantage, I think.
Vicky, thank you very much. Good to see you here this morning.